Tariq Woolen burst onto the scene last year like no rookie cornerback in Seahawks history, maybe just short of Richard Sherman. His eye-popping 6 interceptions was a Seahawks rookie record. And what's notable about those picks is how he made them. These interceptions were not mere overthrows or tip passes, nor can his strong pass rush be given the credit. Reek amassed his takeaways by high-pointing balls on 9 routes, baiting quarterbacks and running backs alike, as he doesn't discriminate. Then there were those interceptions where he flat out showed better ball skills than the receiver he was covering. The most stunning trait the cheat code displayed was an ability to jump routes. There are many veteran defensive backs in this league who shiver at the thought of being asked to jump a route, especially zone-based corners. After all, choose wrong, you give up a big play and you get roasted online to meme status because it's clear as day, even to the layman, that it was you who messed up. These Reek interceptions were all the more impressive when you consider Woolen jumped these routes playing in the Seahawks style of defensive coverage, which remains predominantly cover 3, and usually off coverage pre-snap at that. The cover 3 defense is meant to dissuade quarterbacks from taking deep shots, not allowing cornerbacks to undercut short and intermediate routes. Here is where we get to the fun part with Woolen last year. Coach Carroll turned the rook loose by adopting a coverage principle just for the avatar called man match, which is shorthand for cover 3 man match. In man match coverage concepts, the defender will drop to an area, and unlike traditional cover 3 spot dropping deep, the match defenders will stick with the receivers in their area. To put it simply, the corner is playing top down. He initially stays on top and will remain on top if the receiver continues to gain depth on his route. But if the receiver breaks his route off, then in man match, the corner can carry the receiver through his route as long as he knows his original deep zone coverage responsibility will be clean. This takes the old typical Seahawks corner of playing robotically, if not technically sound, think Shaquille Griffin or Deshaun Shedd, and puts some emphasis on giving more free roam to make a play, a la Richard Sherman in his prime. This interception by Woolen in Week 4 last year is the perfect example of how man match can mess up a quarterback's pre-snap read, while also giving Woolen a path to maximizing his effectiveness so that he doesn't get lost on some deep island zone while a quarterback dinks and dunks in front of him all game long. On this play, Detroit Lion quarterback Jared Goff comes up to the line of scrimmage and correctly deduces that the Seahawks defense is in cover 3. The Seahawks strong safety is in the box, Diggs is single high over the top, and the 2 hawk corners are in off coverage. 2 seconds into the play, Goff's pre-snap read is confirmed. Corners dropping to depth, quandary to center field. This tells Goff that TJ Hawkinson's under route should be open as long as he can make sure Jordan Brooks is clear. Brooks backpedals tight towards Hawkinson, but he's flowing in the opposite way of the route when Hawkinson comes out of his break. If I pause the tape right here, you get a good feel for Goff's view. He's got Brooks leaning on the wrong foot, and as soon as Hawkinson clears Brooks, Goff can spin it right past Brooks' left arm and he'll be off balance to impact the play. Goff also sees that Hawkinson has a little more than 2 yards of separation on Woolen, and if I'm Goff, I'm not entirely sure Woolen doesn't just end up backtracking to stick to his cover 3 responsibility, or at the very least just merely trail in coverage. But Woolen has already broken off his deep coverage responsibility to run with the man-match principles that will potentially set him free from the constraints of the cover 3 defense. From here, it's the natural freakishness of his quickness, speed, and ball skills that allow him to eat up Hawkinson's separation and jump the route. Woolen puts the ultimate stamp on the play by housing it, but beyond a sensational play, it was one not seen around these parts in quite a long time. You need the talent that can make that play happen by their sheer will of force, but also the coaching staff that can recognize the special impact of a player this good. There has never been a cornerback built like Tariq Woolen. Who's to say how high his potential ceiling goes? Superstardom calls, and with coverage principles like the man match, he might just find that mark. Thanks so much for watching. This is the Hawks Nest. My name is Brandon Kane. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. But beyond all that, don't you ever forget, go Hawks.